Get your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
War of the Planet of the Apes is the newest movies of Planet of the Apes have come out that started with Rise of the Planet of the Apes and with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and now we get War of the Planet of the Apes. And this movie follows yet again the story of Caesar, and again, he tells you in the first 10 minutes of this movie. I think he told you like in the first 10 minutes of Dawn, and then yet again it did it in this movie of just leave me alone. I don't want any problem. I don't kill humans. I'm even sending these humans back to you to show my generosity. Leave me alone. I just want to live a life with my family in peace. Point blank, simple, not trying to make it hard. There you go. And the humans in this movie are just completely ignoring it. That actually frustrates me. I mean, to really think, I'm just like, God, humanity just sucks. Can they just really not leave this ape alone? The world's destroyed. I don't think they need to kill an ape. Like, I don't think their focus needs to be, oh, if we kill Caesar, everything will be fine. No, the last movie shows that it won't be fine because there will be another Koba. So the humans in this movie, it's run by a group named Alpha and Omega. That's kind of a callback to Beneath Planet of the Apes. And this was actually interesting to where the soldiers were actually working with some of the apes. In the first scene, you know, you see the soldiers on like staking out all the apes in the village, and it's really cool imagery too. And all of a sudden, just right behind a soldier's shoulder, you see an ape palm come up, and it's just like a big ass gorilla. And at first I was like, oh no, he's done. But no, he's like warning him that there's apes up in the trees, and so you're like, oh, they're actually working together. That's a really cool take on it. It was kind of confusing at first because I was like, well, didn't Koba hate humans? You can only assume that these apes were Koba followers and now they're following the humans. But I was like, well, Koba hated the humans, so why would they follow the humans? In this story, I guess you could just say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. There you go, simple. So the big baddie in this movie is Woody Harrelson's Colonel. Just to make it like a long story short, he is a dick. It's the kind of villain that you really like to see, and you know Woody just had a fun time playing that guy. The scenes that you see him are so intense, and it's just so like mind-boggling that it's just somebody like this is just like so ruthless and just no cares, like no fucks given on what he does and who he kills. It was really brutal what he did. When him and Caesar come together, it makes for really, really cool scenes. Like the scene when they are actually together, you've seen it in the trailer. Caesar is in his office, you know, the scene when he's like so emotional. It was so good. The interesting thing about the Colonel is that it's not just the humans that follow, it's not every human that follows him. Certain humans are actually going wanting him dead just because of what he's doing in the movie, and I'm not spoiling it, but that does make it for an interesting character. So there's a lot of callbacks from the old ones of this movie. One of my favorite ones that I like caught on so late as I was driving out of the movie. The girl in this movie, you know, you've seen her in the poster, and really worried about her character. Like, my one thing with the past movies, I felt like except for the Dawn, much more Rise and kind of Dawn, those two movies, Caesar and the other apes were literally sideline characters. Like, you know, they were the main monkey characters, but for the most part, they were like the secondary main characters because the human characters were the main characters. And I hated it when we got to see them and what they're doing and like all their drama. Like, I didn't pay money to see the human drama. I want to see Caesar's drama. I want to see his story. I want to see a 2-hour movie of literally just Caesar and the apes, which I'm really happy to tell you that this movie delivers that. And you follow the monkeys throughout the end. And that's awesome. One thing I will say that would be bad for the movie, and I mean, this is a great movie, and this is because it's so hard to find a bad thing of this movie. If I have to give it something, I'll have to say the war part. There really was no war. Like, there was no big climactic battle between humans and apes or whatever. Like, there was nothing like that. And I think that that's what audience will think about when they walk into the movie and they think they're about to watch a whole civil war of apes and humans fighting each other. Overall, the movie is good. It's great. It's a great trilogy. It's a good story for Caesar. After I got home from the premiere, I just had to go back and watch some of the old ones. Like, I watched the old one, and then I watched Dawn again. Well, I watched Dawn before War, I actually went to go see War just to, you know, refresh my memory of it again. Cause I probably only watched it twice. I really do appreciate all the callbacks for the old original movies. It was so cool to see it all and then to like piece it all together. My rating for this movie, it was hard to really give it that rating, like I said, because I couldn't find really a bad thing, but I know this movie isn't perfect. For me, as a fan of the Planet of the Apes movies, and I love Rise, I love Dawn, I loved War, I gotta give this movie 5 stars. My first 5-star rating, and this movie is worth these 5 stars. So again, I'm not giving any spoilers in this movie because the last review I gave spoilers just because I waited so long to do a review for it. I just wanted to keep this review simple as possible and not really give me spoilers because I hated when people get spoilers online. My next movie review will be Dunkirk. I'm really excited to see that. Until Dunkirk, I'll see y'all next time.